Hey, Striper fans, so right off the bat, breaking fish just set up 2 seconds ago. My name is Paul K. This is Saturday Mornings Outdoors, and welcome. Thanks for coming along. You're going to see me off and on with the foul weather gear today because there's foul weather, and it's kind of just drizzling rain here. When I left my house, it was pouring rain, so I'm more south. So there's birds and there's stuff working. All kind of peculiar stuff going on here, which is great. Signs of life. So welcome to Saturday Mornings Outdoors, and hang in there. This looks good. I'm going to give the fishing report, but I'm going to point it at the canal because there's cool stuff happening here. Up and close too. Happy after 4th of July, everybody. I hope everyone had a great Independence Day, celebrating this wonderful United States of America. We're blessed to have this. Thank you, Jesus. And today's conditions, it's really muggy right now, and it just started drizzling fairly good a few minutes ago. Wind is out of the southwest, not too bad. We're kind of low. That's one of the beautiful things in the canal, is that it's low and the wind kind of goes over it, but it can totally get fully windy here, you know, when the wind is really huffing. We're on the new moon exactly today. It's a new moon, so the tides are cranking pretty good, and hopefully the rain will scare everyone off and keep the boat traffic down, and maybe we can have a good bite this morning. Temperatures are in the mid-70s, and if it stays cloudy, which they predict, overcast, it'll probably keep the temperature down. So let's see what this day brings. And we are working on the east tide. Tide is going from Buzzards Bay to Cape Cod Bay, and it's going to flip around 10ish or so. It's cranking pretty good right now, which is good. Good for stripers. Let's go, baby. I know most of you guys that watch us are hunters also. This is just a friendly reminder from the Division of Fisheries and Wildlife. Not from them, but just to remind you guys, if you're gonna want a doe permit this year for deer hunting, which is the deadline is July 16th. Today's July 5th. So you got 10-11 days to get in your zone, send in your permit, probably do it electronically. I go do mine at Walmart. I buy it in the beginning of the year and set it up that way, but the deadline is July 16th for deer permits. So that is upcoming this season, of course. Like every season, we look forward to that. And deadline is July 16th. You want doe? If you're a guy like me, brown is down. Get it in there. Is on. Oh, he got off, of course. Well, got off, but I know they're here. There's definitely a hit. So this is a little wild here. I have 3 hits, real good takedowns in about 2 minutes. But they're not taking it. They're not hooking up. They're not swallowing it and let the hook catch on the side of the mouth. It's just how it rolls, and it's kind of frustrating because they're really good, solid hits. And see if I can get one. Obviously, your heart comes out of your mouth, though. It's pretty fun. There's definitely fish here. There's the work crews coming through. A real one. quality fish. Let's get them measured up. Take a good look at them. Beauty. They are. It's 31. Let's get it back in. Oh, that was fun. Good solid fish. First fish on the Van Staal this year, believe it or not. I got like 10 fish on the pen. Conventional. Funny how that's working out, but usually it's about even. Actually, usually the spinning gear usually wins up, but I never really counted, but this year it just kind of stuck out. But that was fun, man. I thought that fish was a lot bigger than it was. A good 30, I'd say 30, 31, but it fought good. Its current's really cranking with the moon tide, and it's really fishy feeling. All the fishermen that are not serious about fishing, I keep saying it, and you got to do it. You got to put the time in. You got to, a little few raindrops, and they all just vacate and clear out. There's some moon tide in July, and this is like prime. And they just vacate. You're gonna get wet, so what? Bring the right gear. And even at that, it's summer, it's warm. And I'll quit preaching, but bottom line, gotta put the time in. Just stay here and fish. Be looking around. The guys that like the topwater blitzes and all, that's fine on the bikes and everything, but nothing's in the water. You gotta get your stuff in the water. That's all. And I keep saying it, but that's the real truth. And any fisherman will tell you that is good at what they're doing, whether it's saltwater or freshwater. You gotta fish, and the more you do it, the better you get. That's all. Thank you. I kind of know what bait's in the water. I was reading reports. I don't really put too much on reports that I read because they're at least a day old or something like that. But I'm wondering what kind of bait. From what I read, it's mackerel. Oh, look at these birds here know what they're doing. It's the little ones, those little guys. It's not the seagulls. But I have a feeling it's mackerel. And I have a feeling there's bluefish in here too. I had 3 solid strikes before I finally hooked up. And so maybe they're pods. I don't know what it is, but they are definitely here. Get your butts down here. It's those little birds. Those are the real truth tellers. When you see those, there's definitely bait around. And first thing I saw when I got here this morning too was giant slashes up in close. So nature will tell you. They'll tell you. They'll yell at you. There's food here. They're all working for food, and that's what they'll do. They'll let you know. You just gotta look. Dude, it is so nice here. The crickets are cricketizing. It's so peaceful and calm, and it's just, I keep saying the mighty Mississippi. That's what it reminds me of. It just flows on through and just washes your troubles away. It does. It's so comforting. Very relaxing area to fish. I'm getting a lot of requests, a ton of requests that I started this spot lock addition to the show is where is this spot and where is that spot. Every spot that I'm going to show you is absolutely producing fish. And to you guys that keep asking me where's this spot and where's that spot, I'm going to show you. Hang in there, keep watching the series. All these spots that I'm giving you are absolutely, they're schooling fish. Number two fundamental, besides you got to fish, they're schooling fish and they're moving up and down most of the time, 99% of the time. They're moving. So the spots that I give you have features that attract them. And it's either a hole or a bar, or there's food bait there, or it collects bait there, or it's a rip, and so forth. And they're all excellent spots. So not one spot is better than another spot. That's all, that's it. And they're all top producing. This, like I say, it's a world-class fishing spot. There's no other place like this on the East Coast. It's a funnel, dude. And it's like the fish that are passing from Buzzards Bay to Cape Cod Bay, instead of going around the arm of Cape Cod, they cut through here, just like the ships. And that's why you see all the pelagic fish, all the ocean-going fish, and everything. Giant whales, great white, whoop, there's a touch here. This is why you see that, because it's a shortcut. And it's a world-class fishing spot. So the spots, I'm trying to relate to you, the spots that I'm giving you, and each show in conjunction with the map will show you how to get there easily, and they all have fish. They're all excellent spots. You gotta fish. You just gotta fish there. Put the time and you'll catch them. You'll catch them. Believe it, you'll catch them. And they still don't get it. They think there's one magic spot. I know it. It's not. It's not. There's none. They're moving fish. I'm trying to be disrespectful or rude, and if some take it that way, I don't want that to come off as cocky. It's just that it's the truth, but people won't accept it. They're all good spots. You just got to fish it. You got to fish it. It's a wonderful place. Believe me. It's the mentality of 2 casts and I'm done. I traveled halfway across the East Coast to get here. I threw my lure in, 2 casts, and this place sucks. I didn't catch fish. And that's everyone's attitude. You have to sit there for hours, bring a lunch, and if you sit through a tide and sincerely fish and believe you're gonna catch fish, you're gonna catch them. That's it. It's not a 2-minute deal. There's no one spot that's gonna freaking, that's the excellent spot. Go down there, 2 casts and you're on. It's not that way. It's fishing just like anywhere else, and I'm kind of insulted by the thought of some people thinking that, I'm holding something back right now. I'm telling you everything I know about it. But you have to follow the instructions. You have to fish. You have to really put the time in and fish. It's not half hour, 2 casts, and you're done. And it doesn't suck because you didn't catch them. You didn't fish. That's what it is. Shut up after this metaphor. A very cool metaphor is a kid comes up to a master violinist and says, oh, the music that you're making out of those violin, it's the violin and the bow, and that's why I can't make the music. So the musician says to him, here, there's my violin and there's my bow. Go ahead, you use it, you take it. Take everything. You just sit where I'm sitting, sit right in there with the orchestra and make the music. And of course he can't do it because he didn't practice, he didn't put the time in. You get what I'm saying? You follow that? Even though you have his Stradivarius $2 million violin and his antique bow, you can't make his music because the music doesn't come from the violin and the bow or the fishing rod and the fishing reel. It comes from the knowledge that was gained in learning how to play the instrument. Bingo! Don't leave me alone. The egret. Pro fisherman rule. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to couple fine fellas that's just stopped by. Gino and Ben, and talking about deer hunting and striper fishing and baits busting up right in front of us and how good the striper fishing is here. Thanks guys for stopping by and saying hello, and I wish you the best of luck. And they're on their way to Red Top to lay some dough down. There it is. Oh, he spit it. You saw that. I don't know if he still got it or not. Well, you sure took that. That whacked that. I hope you saw that. They are here. They got shoulders too. It doesn't look like I'm gonna rebait. See what happened with that. Well, look at this busting fish right here. See that? Look at that. Huh? Look at them jumping right out of the water. Wow. I don't have a top water on. They look bigger. I don't know if that were mackerel or pogies. The guys I was just talking to said they were roundish. They're probably pogies, but they're busting right on top, man. Full on bait is in here. That's what you need. Good day at the canal. Oh, I just had a solid strike on this rod. I hate to say this because if you don't get it on film, people don't believe you, but I started the fight in. I didn't have time to start the camera, and I felt it rip out. It's really good today. There's a lot of hits. You guys are interested? That's the point of the fishing reports. You got to get down here. That's the hard part of doing these films is, you know, same with hunting, more so in hunting, is, you know, when you get a strike, it's just the timing. You have to really develop it, being a photographer. You know, as I get the strike, the rod goes over. You've seen me film strikes and see what I go through to get. I have to go over to the camera, start the camera with the rod in my hand, with the fish on, and then make sure the camera's all lined up, and then go reel the fish in. And those precious seconds, especially at the beginning of that hit, it's not easy. You have to develop that, and you have to fight the urge to just concentrate. The adrenaline's flowing to just get the fish in, but I want to catch it on film, so you guys don't call me a liar. So, you see what I do, and you can understand what, you know. So, but it's really fun. It's very enjoyable to me, and but it's crazy today. It's really good. The canal's pretty much on fire right now for bait fishing, and if you got an interest, you better get down here. It's pretty good. Check back in last year's episodes. Right around this time is when that Hurricane Ira, or I forget what it was called, but that's when I was getting those 35, 40 pounders, and that's just about this time of year. But that was storm related. I was fully fishing on a front, and this is a front too, but it's not hurricane level. But fronts work, that's for sure, and I'm sure the new moon has a lot to do with it. Current's gonna be slowing down shortly because the changeover from east to west is gonna happen, and we'll see what happens at slack. But and it just hits left and right. It's crazy good. This one just went. I'm hoping to get it on film. They are here. Usually I take a nap at this time, but no, it's keeping me awake. Well, yeah, I come from work. No sleep, 2 hours sleep. This is how deep it gets in you. But generally I nap at this time. On good days you don't need to nap. The adrenaline is on. On fire. Whoa. Unreal. He got off. Ugh. Unreal. Unfreaking real. You saw the head shakes. You saw. I mean, they're not taking it deep, I guess, or it's not purchasing. Just that, you know, I don't know. Maybe I horsed them too much. I was trying to get them in. There's no excuses. I lost them. It's frustrating but fun. I got the juice out of him anyway. Anyway, I got him back out there, and it is what it is. Like the little boy in The Old Man and the Sea says to the old man, "See, Mr. Manuel, the bait is getting low." It is getting low. So if you want to fish, if you want stripers, come down here. That's my report this week. There's fish here. I got about 11 strikes, man. Really good strikes. I landed a couple fish, and it's really good. So come on down, catch some stripers, have a ball, have a beautiful day, and get the recharge light on green. And that'll be it for the fishing portion. Then I'll see you at the spot of the week. All right, so this week's spot check. Let's pull 275, 276, 277, all the way out to 230. And this is called Gallows. It's Gallows Skating Rink. The skating rink up the road there, on the up on the main road, and that's why it's called Gallows. This is right next to Sandbanks. I told you about Sandbanks a week or two ago, which is all sandy. Well, this is all rocky, and a very popular spot. Most of the time it's open, but when there's fish here aplenty, there's a lot of fishermen here because it's easy access. And that is the Bourne Bridge. I am on the Cape Cod side, so most of these for the next few weeks are going to be on the Cape Cod side just because it's easier. That's where I'm fishing. So Bourne Bridge, Railroad Bridge, Sandbank, Gallows. This is Gallows, and all rocky here, really deep, wide open. You can't snag nothing, and very popular spot. And a lot of topwater action here when you get breaking tides in the morning or the evening, when the low tides coincide with morning and evening, and that's called breaking tides. And the fish are more apt to push bait up on the top and feed on the top. We call those breaking tides, and this is a really good breaking tide spot. It's good for everything, but that's what a lot of guys know this as. And so that's this week, Gallows Skating Rink. And thank you guys so much for coming along. It was a good week this week. Get down here if you like fishing striped bass. And every few episodes or so, just keep in mind Jesus died for all of us. And say your prayers. And we'll see you next week. We'll see what that brings. And hopefully it'll be as good as this week. Trail Boss, we'll let you know.